Coming to you live from Southern California, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Los Angeles Angels. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And getting to start for the Angels, Reed Detmers. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
About to get started here, Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And we're off and running from Anaheim. Left field, Teodosio on the move, makes the catch, one down. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Freddie Freeman, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Ball.
Just starting things out here in Anaheim. This one in the air, center field. Trout under it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting third, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. That one fouled off. Close,
no, that missed. That's a ball.
And the count is 1-1.
Let's go, Reed.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. And it's off the batter's eye. A soaring shot to center. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
So 2 down, and up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajes.
Yeah!
Here comes the 0-1. Curveball drops in for a strike.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
This one in the air, right field. And
Foul
just foul. lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls. And now a two-out opportunity for Max Muncy.
You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Here's Muncy to hit.
Ball.
That one missed.
Wood.
Pajes leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Step off throw to
Oh, he's
first.
safe.
Pajes back on a dive. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Cut on and miss. Throw
Head
to
on the
second.
pad.
Out at second. That ends the inning. So the Dodgers strike first on the solo jack. It's now 1-0. Back here at Angel Stadium, and on the hill for the Dodgers, Emmett Sheehan. What do you look for here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Digging in, Vaughn Grissom. Swinging a foul out of play. The 0-1. And a foul ball. Got him swinging.
Batting second, center fielder.
All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Mike Trout, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And now the 0-1.
Ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Two down, nobody on. And that drops in for a strike.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
0-2 now. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Angels go quietly there. They're down 1-0. Back in Anaheim, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter, to track.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 0-2 now. Way inside. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's the first out.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Here's your 1.
That's a ball.
Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson, a consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
Missed inside with the curve. Upstairs.
That's up. That's a ball.
And that's ball 3. Fouled off left side. Payoff pitch. Out to short. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down to the top of the second.
Batting 7th, catcher Dalton Rushing.
2 outs, base is empty. Next up, the Dodgers catcher Dalton Rushing. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one close, ruled a ball. And now it's even 1-1. Catcher challenge, we'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. Still 2 challenges left for them. On the ground to third. And that's just foul. Here's the 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That's a ball. That's a ball.
Got it. That's out number 3. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler.
That's it. And the tying run is on base.
Batting fifth, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
Nope. Ball.
The 1-0.
He's
Ball.
clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
2-0. And that one fouled off. Soler on at first, nobody out. Here's a high chopper. Rojas flips it. There's one to
Too late.
first, not
Hey.
in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
One out man at first. Now here is Zach Neto.
No, that's outside. Ball.
Liner snagged at first.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Here is Moncada.
If he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Checks over to first. Back safely. And the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike two.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
In the dirt to second, in there safely. And now a man into scoring position.
Heads up base running right there.
Man at second. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Well, needed a big strikeout to get out of danger. Turned to the deception of that changeup. Great execution. Really sold it with the arm speed. Had his opponent way out on that front foot.
Back here at Angel Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Let's go, Reed.
Hee-haw.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Swings through that.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him. One away.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Miguel Rojas at the plate.
Hey, ha!
Yo one. Foul ball there. The 0-2. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And next is the designated hitter, Will Smith. Runner on the go. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. That's down. One hops off the wall. The relay. And he's in there. A run comes in on the play.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One out. Runner at second. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Fastball in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Man at second. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. And that's a strikeout looking. And that's 4 strikeouts. Freeman wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they've still got both their challenges. The 1-2. One out, a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Goes down looking.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game. Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Man on second, 2 down. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And that one is lifted in the air. Adele moving under this one. And that is that. Dodgers with a run scoring double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Angels catcher, Sebastian Rivero.
Number 38.
Yeah, that's fouled off. This one popped up. Kim settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Batting ninth, left fielder,
Bryce Teodosio getting ready to hit. Socio thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. And the 1-0. Just
No, that's
missed.
out.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Just
Outside,
missed.
ball.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Angels, first baseman.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Vaughn Grissom now at the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's Mike Trout. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The 1-0. And another ball. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Grissom off of first with 2 away. That one in there to Mike Trout.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And a 3-1 on the way. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. He'll score easily. And they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So runner at second, 2 down. Joe Adell, the next to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. Now he's challenging the called strike. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. And that one fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And the count 1-2. In there, sets him down on strikes. They limit the damage here.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Start of the 4th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Andy Pages.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Nope,
Still
ball.
relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Outside, that's a ball.
Two and one now. Line drive, short hop to third. In plenty of time to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. Went down on strikes his first time through. On the ground right side, and that one finds its way through. And that's a one-out single.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Here, what?
That one catches the corner for a strike. And he'll challenge that called strike. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to one challenge left. Oh, 2 now. Missed inside with the curve. Man at first, one away. And now
ball.
It's filled up. So a walk
Take your base.
puts
Ball
runners
four.
at first and second.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put them away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Dalton Rushing. He's 0 for 1. This is
Ball.
again
That's down.
5 in a row.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Top half of inning number 4. Swung on, belted. That's got a chance. Leaping, and it's gone. That one felt good, and they boost their lead. It's 5-1.
They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
One down. And now, Hae-Sung Kim struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
The lefty, the 1-0. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Johnson, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Number 70 getting loose as well. Close one, doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And down on strikes he goes. Out. Number 2.
For the Dodgers, shortstop,
Miguel Rojas digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
That missed. That's a ball.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Two down, nobody on. Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Reed Detmers out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the
Righty
Angels,
reliever out of the pen,
number
Ryan
32,
Johnson. He's making his second appearance of the season. Back to the top of the order now, and up to the plate is Will Smith.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And first offering is fouled off. Tapped on the ground softly to short. The throw to first, and they get the out on Smith. That's the inning. Big 3-run shot for the Dodgers. It's now 5-1. Back in Anaheim, and now it's the Angels cleanup batter, Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler.
You know, these Angels just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Inside, ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Tucker going back. Caught just shy of the wall.
Up next for the
And here's a look at
Angels,
how he's using his
second
pitches in this
baseman,
one. Oswald Peraza, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time.
That's a ball.
The Dodgers leading by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. 2 down.
Up next for the Angels.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Zach Neto. He's 0 for 1.
Neto.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Ripped on the ground to second. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Angels 1. Back here at Angel Stadium, we go to the top of the fifth. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. He's already homered in this game. And that's outside, and it's 1-0.
Ball up.
Johnson, in his rookie season, 23 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2024. That
Ball.
one misses. Ball 3. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And the strike call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. 3-1 is on the way. Sliced hard but foul. Ground ball right side. Peraza on to first, and the first two set down at the top of the fifth.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder Andy Pajes.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Andy Pajes. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. There's the slider, and it's 0-1. Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the fifth. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
And that
Down,
one
ball.
cutting but missing down low. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on. That misses.
Ball, that's low.
And the count's full. Got him. That ends the frame. Dodgers down in order. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Back in Anaheim, so in now for the Angels, Yoan Moncada. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Makes the catch. One down.
38.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Sebastian Rivero.
Oh, yeah.
The Halos down by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. stays alive.
That's a ball low.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. 2 away.
Up next for the Angels, left fielder, Bryce Teodosio.
Now the left fielder, Bryce Teodosio. Flied to right his first time. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Fastball for a strike. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. Angels go down 1-2-3. They're down here 5-1. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. So digging in,
Leading
Max
off the
Muncy.
Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
That one
Ball.
misses, and that's ball 1. Good eye in
Ball.
that spot.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Right side. It's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers.
He kind of rolled
left
over
fielder,
on this pitch a little
Teoscar
bit, but he
Hernandez.
got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now Teoscar Hernandez struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. A 2-run shot, and they add on. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
Here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
That one
Ball.
ran inside, almost got him. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame, and we're in the top half of the sixth.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
1-2 here.
Ball.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And now
Ball,
the count
that's
is
outside.
full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. In the air, left side. Teodosio ranging back. And there's one away.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman, Hye-Sung Kim.
Hye-Sung Kim will hit next. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
That's low. That's a ball.
Struggled a little bit
inside.
in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Just
No,
off
that
the
missed. That's
outside
a ball.
edge. Ball 3. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ground ball, left side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to
Hey,
first.
he beat
Too
the
late,
throw.
and the runner is safe. And the
Up
misplay
next for the
costs
Dodgers,
him.
shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
So a man at first. Miguel Rojas getting ready to hit. Runner on the move. Pitch misses
Ball.
in. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Man at second.
Ball.
In the dirt. Pickoff move to second, and he dives back in safely. The 2-1. And there's a ball. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is fouled back. Payoff pitch. Up the middle. Slings to first, and they got him.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated
Now the
hitter,
Angels manager
Will
is out of the
Smith.
dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ryan Johnson will depart, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for
So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, Jose Fermin.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Third time through the order now. Now it's the DH, Will Smith. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. That one ripped, but foul. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Kim on third with 2 out. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That's to third. Moncada zips it to first, and they get the out on Smith. And that is that. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 7-1. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Vaughn Grissom.
Vaughn Grissom.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Struck him out without a swing. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Center fielder, Mike
Here's Trout.
Trout.
This to third. Muncy tosses to first. Now 2 away.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. Joe Adell, the next to hit for the Angels. There's a strike.
Well, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Angels held in check. They're down 7-1. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare.
Ball.
When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher. So your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. He's already homered here in this one.
That's inside. Ball.
Nasty
the ball.
backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
The 2-1. Swings over the top of that one. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Sit him down.
2-2 now. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Andy Pajas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. Oh, look at the stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Angels 1. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the DH for the Angels, Jorge Soler. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
And he grounds one to the right side. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Makes it safely. It's a leadoff double in the bottom of the 7th.
Up next for the
He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
So a man aboard. Now it's the second baseman, Oswald Peraza. First pitch
That's the ball.
misses.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
The 1-0.
What you
Peraza
got?
started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, did not go. Man at second. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. That one fouled off. 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Struck him out swinging. Strikeout number 8.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Squirts away a little bit. Throw into third, and he's got no chance. He's out.
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, you couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
In the air, right field. Tucker has a beat on it.
and that's the inning. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Angels 1.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Angels.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Chase Silseth.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
That's down. That's a ball.
Just
Ball,
missed.
that's in.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
You're getting a
Ball.
taste right here of what Max Muncy does. Has a really good eye at the strike zone. That one misses.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. Muncy aboard here at first with nobody out. That's off the
That's
inside
inside.
corner.
That's a ball.
2-2. Sets him down on strikes. Some high cheese for strike 3.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Now at the plate, Dalton Rushing. There's a strike.
That's a ball.
Silseth, a righty that throws with power. 25 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in New Mexico. The 1-1. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Pitch misses. Ball 2. That's a ball.
That's a ball.
Tried the sweeper. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In the air, left field. Teodosio should have this one. Brings it in.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman, Hye-Sung Kim.
Hye-Sung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one.
That's a ball.
Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. Tag, safe
Hey.
at second. Should be a pass ball, and maybe a costly one with 2 away.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it costs him.
Man on second, 2 down. That one clips the outside corner, and the count even at 1. next offering upstairs. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And
That's foul.
that is foul. Line drive, base hit. Muncy on his horse around third. He will score. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. 2 outs, runner at first. Miguel Rojas, the next to hit. Tap foul at the plate. And there's a foul ball. 1 run across in the frame so far, and we're in the top of the 8th. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Chase Silseth is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
Number
Angels.
70 gets the ball
Number
now.
70.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Back to the top of the order. Will Smith to the plate. A former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. Two on, 2 outs. High fly ball, right field. Adele settles under this one, and that'll do it. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Angels 1.
Now pitching for the
Back
Dodgers.
now, new pitcher on the
Number
mound as we
58,
roll into the bottom of the
Wyatt
8th. Wyatt Mills. This is his 3rd time out this year. Here comes Yohan
And leading
Moncada.
off for the Hellos, third baseman, Yohan Moncada.
First pitch
Ball.
way inside a fastball. Ooh.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, it got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
And the 1-0. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Freeman takes it in for the out.
Now batting, catcher, number 38.
And next for the Angels, Sebastian Rivero.
Nope.
The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Lake Trinan, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Dreyer also getting ready. The Dodgers up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one way inside. And it's fouled away.
Foul ball. And now the count filled up 3-2. Upstairs, and that is ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Man at first with one gone. Here's the left fielder, Bryce Teodosio. In for a strike. 0-1.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Pajes on his way over. Makes the grab. Tracks it down after the long run. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Angels, first baseman.
So back to the top of the order. So in now for the Angels, Vaughn Grissom.
Ball. No, that's up.
Inside, almost got him.
Wood.
The 3-1. To third, Muncy. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Angels leave 1. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Back here at Angel Stadium, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers,
Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball.
The 1-0. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Ball, that's up.
The Dodgers up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. That one's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
The 2-2. This one in the air, center field. Trout settles underneath it. 1 away.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andy Pajes. There's a strike. Freeman stands at first with 1 out.
That missed. That's a ball.
Lefty ready, and a 1-1. In the air, right field. Adele under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here's Max Muncy. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
That's in for a strike.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
The 0-2.
Ball.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Here's a 1-2.
Ball.
And they'll do it again.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
On the outside corner, got him looking. So the Dodgers leave one, and it remains an 8-1 game. Back in Anaheim, bottom 9. Mike Trout now at the plate.
That's a ball.
Here's a 1-1. Almost got him. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Upstairs. Full count now. That one misses.
Take your base.
So
Ball
a
4.
leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now batting Joe Adele. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
No, that's out.
The Angels with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
For the Angels,
Jorge Soler up at the plate.
Jorge Soler.
Broken bat, and it's popped up. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Up next for the Angels, second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
2 aboard with 1 out. Oswald Peraza, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
And a foul ball. Two on, 1 out. This one in the air, right field. That one back there, and that one is foul, so we'll try it again.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Battling here as he fouls it away. In the air, right field, Tucker coming on. He's got it.
Up next for the Angels, the shortstop.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Wyatt Mills won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
So they
Dodgers.
turn to the veteran
Number
pitcher in this
49,
spot, Blake Trinan.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Angels down to their final out. Now, Zach Neto. That one's
That's the ball.
upstairs, ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Slides for the stop to first. And what a play. Ball game.
When you win by 7 runs, it's a real encouraging game all the way around. The hitters feel good about what they did in this one, but the pitchers also know that if they get into a little bit of a jam, they know the offense is very capable of putting up runs. Good job.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.